everyone, thanks for joining me. I am in the process of making my grandma's December calendar, and I wanted to share something with you that you may or may not know how to do. I'm going to do snowmen with numbers on them for her calendar. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to click on my image, little picture over there, and go into the search and type in snowman. Now the one that I chose was actually from Doodle Charms, I believe. Yeah, Doodle Charms, Snowman M30A0B or something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and put this on the virtual mat here. It's kind of early for me this morning, so I'm having a hard time trying to get across what I'm going to say. I need to change the colors because this is not the colors that I want on my calendar. So if you see over here to the right, I'm going to bring my thing in just a little bit more so you guys can get it on the screen. You have all the pieces of the snowman that you can change the colors on. I'm going to leave the nose, the little carrot, orange. I'm going to leave his top layer white, but I'm going to change the back layer to brown. So if you click on that image and then you go over to, this is just giving you what the project colors are. I'm going to click on the brown, and as you see, it changed his button colors and also his arms, which that's what I want to do. For some reason I've got two. Oh no, this is only one. Okay, now I'm going to unclick this eye right here and see if that's how I want it to look. Yep, that's it. Isn't that adorable? So what I did was it automatically crossed out the black layer, but I wanted the black layer to show. So now I got to ungroup the whole thing. So I'm going to click on it, and how I do it is I just right click on my mouse and I say ungroup, because I want to bring this guy down on his little face, just like that. Then I'm going to highlight the whole thing, and I'm going to come down here to the right and I'm going to flatten it. Now this is going to set it up so it's got the print and cut. Now for the calendar, I actually did the snowman at 1.5 inches, but this one is almost 3.5, just for the purpose of the video. Now I want to put a number on him. So for the calendar, I'm not going to do it on this video. I'm going to duplicate this 31 times for the month of December, and then I'm going to put the number on it, but I'm going to do just one. So I'm going to go over to the text. I'm going to click on that, and I'm just going to type in the number 1. And we're just going to keep that number there. I'm going to put that right on top of him. You can cover up his little buttons because the double digit numbers will go on each side. So I'm going to put that right there. Now if I want to make it perfectly aligned, I'll bring this down here, which you can do. You can do it manually, or you can do it just like this. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to come over to align, which is at the top bar here. And I'm going to click on center horizontally. And you see how that moved? That's how I want it to be. So then I also need to flatten this, because if I go to print it out, it's not going to print out the number. So as the image is highlighted, I'm going to go back down to the flatten on the right bottom. I'm going to click on that. Now I'm going to say make it. I'm not actually going to print this out because I have to play around with it a little bit. But I'm going to say make it. And you'll see here that on the printout that you're going to have through your printer, it's going to print out that number. And then you're just going to cut the image through your Cricut and you're good to go. So that's what I wanted to show you as far as how I did the snowman. And let's go on over to the craft mat and I'll put the calendar together. Alrighty, so you guys can probably hear my little heater that I've got on behind me. I'm going to keep it on because it's really cold while I did this video, so hopefully it doesn't overpower the sound. Okay, so we got through the snowman. I'm not going to put a whole lot on here, but this is going to be really fun. The December comes from the designer's calendar, and I'm going to put that on first because it's kind of going to give me a guide as to where I'm going to put my snowman. And I think it's really cute. At first I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's a little crowded, but they kind of look like they're holding hands. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave that just like that. And I'm going to put my Tombow glue here and there. I don't want it to ooze out, so I'm just not putting a whole lot. I'm going to bring that all the way up here. Alright, so let's go ahead and start putting our snowman down. Because I want this to be all lined up, I'm going to kind of use this as where I'm going with it. And they are going to overlap, which it's okay, she won't care. My grandma. She'll be 102 next year. She's doing pretty good too, actually. As far as her mind, she's very sharp. Okay, that looks good. And I'm going to come down here and do this guy. I'm going to be putting some snowflakes along here. I'm not being too obsessive about it being perfectly straight. Oops, number 10 stuck to my fingernail. I'm going to bring that over a little bit so it'll fit in the envelope that I mail it in. I have a special envelope that I mail it in. I think for this one though, I may end up sending it overnight because I'm late. Today's already the 4th of December and she's probably wondering where her calendar is. Excuse me. I don't know where that came from. So I'm going to bring that down. Alright, so the 9 is down. Alright, so let's start here. Just tucking it under, trying to make room for everybody. I haven't even started my Christmas cards yet, and it's already the 4th of December. So I gotta get going. I gotta get working on stuff. I've been kind of ball humbug this year. Not sure why. I guess maybe because of the weather that we're having here in California. It's hot and windy. That just doesn't feel like holiday weather to me. But I do think we're going to get our Christmas tree tonight. So, and unfortunately, my youngest son, who lives in Santa Barbara, goes to school there, is not going to be able to come down to get the tree, and it's making me sad. He's got to work. First year, he's not been with us to get the tree, so. But he's responsible, and he's doing the right thing, so. You gotta let him be. My mom's always going, you gotta let him grow up. I'm like, I don't have a choice. He's already done it. He's doing it. I'm just kind of babbling on there. Sorry about that. We're almost actually done. Look how cute that is. They look like they're holding hands. I got a little bit of glue right there. Every time I touch the snowman, it sticks to my finger. Bring that 18 down a little bit. 17, the glue has already hardened, so you can't do anything about that. Okay, so 11. Yeah, I hope the little tutorial prior to this calendar was helpful. I'm trying to show you guys how to do things with that Cricut Design Space. That's one of the features that I really, really like. I'm going to try to move this down. If it looks like it's going to start to tear, I'll stop. I don't want to tear anything. I have done this, I'm not going to call it a method thing, before to try to fix my mistakes by using my spatula. That's right. I'll try the number 3. Put that up a little bit too high. I could have used my ruler. Another thing you can do with this too is you can put a little tiny bit of water on it, on your spatula, and it kind of loosens up the glue a little bit. Oh, there goes my printer. Oh, his little arm. Okay, so the snowmen are on. This is like way up there. I'm being obsessive. Like I said, if I start to rip this, I'm going to stop because it's just going to have to be the way it is. But I want to break them down a little bit. It looks funny. Very cute. Okay, so I have these. I got these at Michael's years ago when I first started scrapbooking. I didn't have a Cricut. I didn't have a silhouette. I was just using foam adhesive and stickers and things like that on my layouts, which is perfectly fine. And I'm going to use little white snowflakes. Tape off the middle. I'll show you in a minute where I got the base paper from. Now, because these are so old, they're not very sticky, so I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on these as well. But they're kind of sparkly. Little sparkly snowflakes. Oops, one more. Alright, so let's see, we'll put a couple up here. I think I have little smaller ones too. Bring that in the corner. This one I just have to peel the paper off. I don't have to pick out anything. Yeah, let's put two of those right there. And then here's another sparkly one. This one's got the little cutouts too. Almost done, guys. Hold on there. Hang in there. And then I'm gonna put some down here as well because I don't like this blank space. Looks funny to me. I had little ones in here. The blue isn't gonna look right. Bring that to the corner. What's this one? That one's the same thing. All right, let's do this one. This is just a plain foam one, which is fine. I kind of want to put one right here, but I don't see one that's small enough that I like, so we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so I'm going to just leave it like this for the sake of this video, and then I'm going to look through some stuff and see what can I put here and here, because it's kind of empty. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I hope the tutorial was helpful, and happy holidays.